Everybody, this is Aya of the Dawn. Thank you so much for liking, watching, joining in on my channel. And we are going to focus in on Libra. And I'm going to reset the energy. And I'm going to smudge for us. Happy birthday to my sister, who is forever 29 again for the 5th year in a row. I don't know how she does it. It's a miracle. Shouts out to her and whatever juice she's drinking that allows her to remain in her 20s for the rest of her life. Okay. She won't allow anyone to say her real age. I don't know why. But it's okay. Anyway, happy birthday. Happy birthday to her. Libra. Focus on your Sri Yantra here. For your highest good. Connection to your inner self. Your superpowers of beauty and balance. Glamour. And hood richness. Don't play. Libras don't play. You like a homie, love a friend type, okay? Libra. 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 Ooh. Pops out. Interesting. 5 of Swords. 9 of Wands. And then the 7 of Lotuses. Okay. These cards came out like this, and whenever cards come out like sideways, I read them sideways, okay? So we have the 5 of Swords, and we know that this energy is like, who you talking to? You ain't talking to me. Who you talking to like that? Huh? Huh? Or if it's reversed, it's just kind of like, okay, you're taking things too far. You're paranoid. You're becoming like a tyrant in the situation. You're being bullied, or you're being a bully. And we have like the 9 of Wands energy here, who is tired of the mess and will rather walk alone. It's just kind of like, I'm not putting up with any more bullshit. I don't want to fight anymore. I don't want to go through this anymore. I just want to be by myself. It's just kind of like independence and maybe over independence. Okay, so it looks like you're involved in some type of disagreement. And it could turn ugly, or it has turned ugly, or it doesn't have to turn as ugly as you would make it. And it looks like you do need to put up your boundaries, but you don't need to put your boundaries up as much as you want to put up your boundaries. You could actually work it out if you wanted to. Or you could walk away and take a breather and be by yourself if you want to. Because the next card that popped out, look at her. I love this card so much. It's the 7 of Lotuses. And when I look at this card, I'm like, why are you watering the grass outside that is close to a pond? That's real cute and sweet, but it's not needed. Like, that's why I look at this card. It's like sweetness, connection to the earth, but just kind of like in your own fantasy world with it. It's like, I'm going to go outside and water the world, the garden of the world. And it's like, that's cute, but it's like, that's your own world and you're doing it for no reason. And that is kind of like the 7 of Cups. It's like very like the choices and options you think you have aren't really going to amount to anything. So make sure you choose wisely in this situation, how you handle this argument, this battle of wills. Like, I don't need you, you're gonna need me situation. Okay. So it's just kind of like the Seven of Cups is kind of like, well, that's a bit of a fantasy. Like, you're living in fantasy world. You may not have as much ground to stand on as you would like. You may not have the options that you think you do. Okay? So it says, while Paravati, this is Paravati waters trees. While Paravati was performing this unprecedented tap asya, I don't know what that means. Tap asya. She used to break her meditation every day to water trees and feed deer. This apparent emotional attachment seemed to some holier than thou types to be an eccentric falling away from high standards. Such time could be better spent in yet more tap asya. To their remonstrances, I need a dictionary sometimes when I read this. Paravati reposted that they did not understand spirituality at all. The Rig Veda would agree with her, stating, "A tree is worth the birth of 10 sons. To take care of trees has always been regarded as an especially meritorious act in India." Meritorious. Okay, meritorious. To feed mute animals has also been highly praised, especially those who become dependent upon humans, as deer are wont to do. As deer are wont to do. Spiritual practice raises awareness. It does not numb one's surroundings into an uninteresting blur. A sadhana that disconnects you from the space you inhabit is not exactly worthless, but it can be dangerous. To engage with life, to not just live, but to live more abundantly is the goal of serious tapasya. Yoga karmanisu kashulayam. Yoga is skill in action. You should be a greater person with enlarged consciousness and deeper resonance with life if you are in yoga. Paravati's brilliant edifice of tapasya caused her energy field to grow so much that it had literally started drawing from the source. The very earth energy spurt in grateful arcs to nourish the lady of the unbroken fast, hallowing her with pranava, the source of existence, the Om. I just learned something. Now, I do see beauty in what she's doing. I also thought it was just kind of like, why are you doing that? When looking at the card, I understood why she was doing it, because it is kind of like really whimsical and very like endearing and childlike and fairy-like. I'm going to hang out with the gnomes today type energy. And as human beings, we don't do that. I know I don't. Like, I do spend time in nature, but I don't spend time with nature. Not the way I used to when I was a child. Not in the playful, whimsical way as she is showing in her example of goddess-like, childlike energy. I'm going to start doing that. That was worth something for me. But this train is going by, and I know you guys can hear me, because when I watch the videos back, the train isn't too loud, but I feel like I start hollering. Okay, so it was reversed. So it says illusions, wasting time, bragging about spiritual development, which is not of any great import, self-delusion, bewilderment, assigning a stature to self that is disconnected with reality, eccentric, rebelliousness, daydreams, and castles in the air. Dangerous because convincing in these beliefs, indulging in intoxicants, escapist reasons unlike the Four of Lotuses, where it is pure addiction. Unrealistic expectation, swimming in jam feeling, Concentration is impaired, abandoning worthwhile work for interesting sidetrack. Romantic cues to decisions, inability to cope, so retreat to fantasies. Soulmate fantasies about people who are indifferent at best and using you in normal circumstances. People with allergy to fidelity, lost opportunities, fear of success, whimsical behavior. So, this card in reverse is going along with your storyline of, you know, kind of maybe cashing a check that you're asked, or is it? I don't know this how to say this saying right. Cashing a check that your ass can't deposit. I should stay away from those. I'm horrible at remembering them. Um, it's kind of like putting your foot in your mouth. Not really being able to stand on your own 2 feet yet, but taking like the little bit of power you do have and like running with it without taking into consideration the consequences of looking into your future. So maybe you need to hold your tongue, be a little bit nicer, find a resolution, and work things out with the people around you who you still need. You still need them a little bit. You might not want to get rid of like your whole inner circle, your family circle, just because you like won $500 in the lottery. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. Like, you might have, because I remember your reading last month, you have achieved a victory in your life. I remember that. You achieved a victory in your life, and it looks like now you're just kind of like, bye, bye, bye. It's just kind of like you're like, anybody that wasn't on your side, didn't want to see you win, or you felt like turn their back on you, and then you might still have connection with them in some way, you're like kind of going out of your way to cut them off, or it's like, I'm in power now, kiss my ass. And these cards are saying that yes and no. Like, that's not the right way to handle things spiritually, because you don't want to turn into and be like the people that you feel disentranced. I should stay away from words today. I feel so tongue-tied. I don't understand. In my mind, I'm saying disenfranchised. You don't want to be like them. You don't want to turn into that. You don't want to kick people when they're down, or look down upon people that aren't doing as good as you, like they did you. Like, you want to stay true to yourself. You started off as a kind person, loving and supportive. Stay that person. Stay that person to the end. I can relate to this. When you are unloved by your family and like abused or whatever, a lot of people in society take that as a license to kill. Like, they take that as a license to like pick on you, make fun of you, not take you seriously, and just not they'll be there for you, but they just kind of like laugh and poke and be like, yeah, whatever, like all your dreams are pipe dreams. Look at where you're coming from. You have nothing, so they can't see it. They don't see it for you. And I noticed myself just really feeling really embittered and angry at those people. And in my spirit that guides me is like, you're turning into them. It's like, whoever your opponent is, whoever your enemy is, you're always in danger of turning into your enemy. So you have to be careful who you choose as your enemy. It's best to not have any enemies at all. That way you can just always just be true to yourself. And one of the hardest things for me at having a Scorpio sun, you know, is to just let it go. And even don't be fake nice. Don't be fake kind. Like, I'm being nice because I have to be, but really mean it. Like, stay sincere, stay kind, stay charismatic, stay beautiful. You know, don't let those people put wrinkles on your face. Don't do it. Just be like Parvati, the upright version. Don't take it too far, the illusion, but do find the whimsical in your life. Focus on the heart of the dream and the reason why you do what you do. Like, say you're a writer, a singer, or anything, like something you're passionate about. Don't get caught up in the competitiveness of it, because these are all very like competitive. Both are competitive type cards. But remember why you fell in love. Like, remember why Parvati is watering the grass and feeding the deer. You know, they don't need her to do it, but she's so in love with the subtle gentleness and belovedness of life. She's making herself a part of an energy that's so good for her, and by doing acts of kindness for the universe. And that's how you know the universe, that mother nature is real, because she does repay you. She does always repay your kindness with great energy. And that makes me want to go spend time in the forest right now. God knows I need it. But anyway, I'm gonna knock out one more reading before I do that, because I'm already a bit behind. But I will talk to you guys. I love you guys. Thank you for your support. I have a Patreon. I started a tier, and I want you guys to check it out. It's patreon.com/A of the Don. And in some of the tiers, I offer like spiritual bath teas and homemade soaps. And this month, we're focusing on the resurrection of feminine energy with our spiritual baths. So I just want to let you know also, I do personal readings on my website. Go to my website, Eye of the Dawn, astrology, tarot, Reiki, and foot reflexology if you're in Atlanta. And I'll be talking to you soon. I'll be talking to you guys soon. Happy birthday to my sister again. Peace.